Today, we are going to use Sora inside N10 to convert text into videos and also to create videos out of images, as you can see. In the first workflow, you see text to video, and in the second one, you see image to video here. And we're going to run all of this and exactly show you how it works. We're going to take an API, we're going to make API requests, and then we're going to get output like this. So this is already completely generated by AI. Nothing from this actually comes from real. This is all generated using Sora model from OpenAI, which is really excellent. Obviously, we have the text to video where we are using Kia API, which is being used in order to get Sora 2. So they provide you access. If you're in Europe and you don't have access to, you can use Kia API, which is excellent. And I really love it because sometimes it's hard to get Sora 2 access. And then now we've got Airtable, where we've got the titles, we've got the first frame. This is used, the first frames are used for image to videos. And then we've got prompts, which are set up here. We've got aspect ratio, quality, status, all of this information is mentioned there. And then create text to video. Here we can click on the button. If we click on the button, then it automatically generates and saves it there inside that sheet that you see. Create image to video, create text to. And right now we can see that this is properly empty. So we've got this video prompt, guy confidently walks and lifts. This is what is our prompt, and then HD standby. And now I'm going to click on the create button in Airtable. This has led to the workflow being completely started. This goes into N10 and the workflow has started, as you can see. And now this is being properly run. I'm going to tell you exactly how it works. Initially, workflow execute, then it gets the data from Airtable, and then it makes an HTTP post request to Kia AI API that I show you here. They've got a lot of different APIs with many different AI models out there. You can see Sora 2, Kling 2.1. And inside Sora 2, you can also see that they've got text to video, image to video. You can easily test it there. Then after that, we've got another HTTP request to get video. And then we've got an if clause where we are waiting because it takes some time to generate all of these videos. It takes 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You just want to set up a if, and then the update record because Airtable is updated with the new link. Just like this, we have got image to video, as you can see here. Yeah. And that converts a frame into a video. We can see here that there's first frames which are mentioned there, and you can use these first frames and then have this information. Then you've got get data, create video, get videos, and then update the whole record, exactly how the text in video performs. Now we're going to see if our video has been completed. So when we go here, standard quality status is completed. And then we see that we have got the link here, which is the temporary file link about the video which has been generated. So this is the video. Let's see how it looks like. This is the prompt. Guy walks into the gym confidently and he lifts. And then confidence is 100, but strength is something which is not there. So we can properly see that this is what is generated. Sora is creating some of the most interesting things which are out there. And obviously here we can see this all started with a webhook. This is where the whole execution happens. And this is where we have got the get method where we are running everything. And this comes all from inside. So the trigger point is inside Airtable, as you can see. And this is where we are adding the production URL. AI Automation AI Agency. From Airtable, we are adding the link for the workflow there. So you can see here, when you click on the button, this is the URL which is triggered, voho AI. This is from N10. So this is the from the workflow, the trigger that you saw. This is there. You can see this is the workflow trigger that we have called. Then we have got get data. This is going inside Airtable. So we are just going into a list there. And then Sora 2 Automation School, as you can see here. Then you go back. This is the exact name that we have gotten here. Sora 2 Automation link. We're just gonna click on this. And then you have to specify from from the list, what's the name. We've got the name as Sora 2 video. And then we've got status. So we are filtering based on a status standby. And then output fields, what we expect: title, video prompt, aspect ratio, quality, status. So all of that information which is there. Obviously, you have to connect with Airtable. You have to add an access token there, and that you can easily get inside the settings in Airtable. We've got a separate video on this channel specifically for this, so check it out. Now, going to the main thing, which is the HTTP request. This is the request, a post request that we are making to the key.ai. That's the place where we get the videos from, video models, which is hosted there, and we can use them. They give free access, so you can try it out yourself. You can generate a lot of videos. And then obviously we've got a specific JSON here, and this JSON format comes from Kia. This is the video, it's text to video. You're going to click on this, and they've got this whole API documentation. As you see, you can see that there's a post request about creating a task, API v1 job, create task, and then you see where the authorization key is coming from, which you have to add by using, it's a bearer token, so bearer, and then this is what we have added. If you look in the authorization header, this is the value that we have added, bearer space and the whole key. We can also go into the documentation and look at exactly what is the JSON format that is required. What is the JSON format that we have to set up? We've got model, we've got callback URL. This is input object parameters. You see all of this, but this is coming from Kia. This is designed by them. So you have to exactly copy it, and you have to specify different parameters before you can make an API request. These are the input parameters. And see, this is a curl. One huge benefit that we can always copy it and import it inside Anytime. That's one of the best things. And that's how we ran all of it. Rather than looking at every teeny tiny detail, you could just curl it and you have the whole information for you. You can see the expressions, model, input, prompt, aspect ratio, quality, all of that is there. And if you're taking anything like prompt, aspect ratio from the Airtable, this is the information that you can see we are passing dynamically to the expression section. And then next node is get videos. This is where we are taking the API key.ai, which is specifying exactly the task ID. So we've got a specific task ID that Kia has because everything is created as a task. And this ID is coming automatically from the outputted video, which is there because we want to get that video and we want to save it. Right now, we ran an execution, as you could see. So we could see if this execution has worked. So you can see the history of all executions there. So that's what we were checking there. And now here we've got data. We can look at the input. So if the input is task ID, record ID, and if you add it to the URL dynamically, then it can make a GET request really easy. Then we have got an if clause. This is just there to see if the video has appeared. If the video has appeared, then it is going to do it. Otherwise, it is going to wait because we want to wait. Our goal is to wait till the whole video has been generated. Without that, it would not make sense because you're just accessing something which does not exist. And then the update record should only happen once the output is there. So for our case, we can see this is the update record with the ID, with the title, first frame, video prompt, aspect ratio, status, video link, quality, all of that has been set up that we want to save inside the update record so that all of these values are updated inside Airtable and they are updated using obviously the update record, the update node from Anytime, the Airtable one. You can see that we have got other values, quantity, status, video link. These are all specified because this is what we want, because that's a single source of truth for us, Airtable, with all the data properly written and mentioned there. Then on the next step, we've got image to video. This is taking the first frame of image and then converting it into video. You can see that we've got execute workflow, get data. Then you've got create video request, get videos, if clauses. So really exactly similar where there's a wait and then the records are updated inside the Airtable. So all of that follows exactly the same structure that we specified to you. And this is how you use Sora inside Anytime. I hope you liked it. We're going to create a lot of other videos on Sora on this channel. So like and subscribe. And if you want detailed prompts of Sora, which work excellent, which you have not seen anywhere, check out my school community.